Hey guys, Geminijets 46 here, coming at you guys with another video. And today is a more professional Denver International Airport. You'll see what I mean by more professional. You'll probably figure it out. If you don't, well then you need some help. I'm kidding. But yeah, news. We have one new airline, Cayman Air, which I haven't got the model yet, but I did purchase one. Maxes are ground. No, I'm not even going to say that. If you don't know that by now, then you honestly don't care about aviation. So yeah, let's get straight into this airport update. Also, no, I'm not going to be doing subscriber routes for a while because I've decided I like keeping it realistic. And yeah, starting off with this Lufthansa 747-800, which just arrived in from Munich. And first in line for takeoff is a Frontier A320neo, which has nonstop service out to Memphis. Then a Aeromexico 737-800 right behind that Frontier, doing nonstop service out to Mexico City. And then we have a Delta 737-800, which will be heading out to Seattle. Right here we have an Allegiant A319, which will be doing nonstop service out to LAX. And then behind that we have a Delta MD-90, which is doing nonstop service out to Atlanta. And behind that, last in line for takeoff, is an American ERJ-145 with nonstop service out to LAX. Right here we have a Aeromexico ERJ-170, which will be heading out to Monterey. In the hangar, we have a United 787-9 getting newly painted into the new livery, and will be doing nonstop service out to Tokyo Narita. And right here, pushing back out of the gate next to the blue bus, is an Air Canada CRJ-900 with service to Toronto. Then we have an Icelandair 757-200 getting all cargo and last boarding call service out to Reykjavik, Keflavik. And sneaky right behind that hangar is an Air Canada ERJ-170 out to Montreal. Starting off with the terminal, we have an American 737-800, which will be heading out to Phoenix. Behind that, we have an A319 for American, which is operating nonstop service out to LAX. And then we have this is an A320 heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Behind that's an A319 heading out to Dallas. Then we have a Frontier A320neo with nonstop service out to El Paso. Right here we have an American 737-800 just arriving in from Dallas-Fort Worth. Then in the back we have a Frontier A321, which will be heading out to San Francisco, also known as SX. We have a Frontier A320neo, which will be heading out to Albuquerque. Behind that is an A321 in the Bobcat livery, which will be heading out to Cancun. Then we have a Frontier A320 to be doing nonstop service out to Las Vegas. Then we have a Frontier A320neo, which is the one closest to us. We'll be doing nonstop service out to Des Moines, Iowa. Next in line, we have a Delta 737-900, which will be heading out to Detroit. Then we have a Delta 717 out to Seattle. Then we have a Delta CRJ-700 out to Los Angeles. And last but not certainly least is the one zoomed in right now, or focused on, is a Delta 757, which will be doing nonstop service out to New York, JFK. Right in front of us, we have a Delta A321, which is doing nonstop service out to Cincinnati. Then we have a Norwegian 787-9 with nonstop service out to London, Gatwick. Then first in line for taxi is an American A321 with nonstop service out to Charlotte. Then way in the back is an Icelandair 757 in the Galore livery, which is doing non-stop service out to Reykjavik, Keflavik Airport. Right in front of us, we have a Lufthansa A350, which is in the new livery, and it'll be heading out to Frankfurt, Germany. Then behind that is a JetBlue A321, which is doing non-stop service out to New York. If we head over to the cargo center, we have a UPS 767 with sharklets, which is just getting ready to push back in 30 minutes for Louisville. Then we have a 757-200, which is doing non-stop service to Louisville as well. And then over here we have a 767-300 for FedEx, which is getting cargo loaded on, and it'll be pushing back and heading out to Memphis. And then this Lufthansa MD-11F, also out to Louisville. I need to get some more routes for them, but that'll be in the next update, so we'll worry about that. Right here we have an American 737-MAX 8, which is just getting the gate pulled back, and we'll be doing non-stop service out to Miami. This is a fictional route, but I don't want to take up my Maxes. And then we have an American A321, which will be heading out to Philadelphia. And then behind that, we have an Elderwees A330. This is a new model, and it'll be doing non-stop service out to Switzerland. Last but not least is the British Airways 747-400, also a new model, doing non-stop service out to London Heathrow. Gorgeous model, by the way. Definitely recommend it if you don't have it already. Look at that. In the far left corner, we have a United Express ERJ-145, which is just getting fuel on, and it'll be heading out to Wichita. Then we have a CRJ-200 heading out to Billings, Montana. As you can see, it's just pushing back. Then we have a Q200 doing nonstop service out to Grand Junction. And then last two aircrafts, we have a United CRJ-200 operating in the American livery, or it's wearing the American livery. And it will be heading out to Colorado Springs. And then last but certainly not least, in the very back, is a United Express CRJ-200, just at its gate sitting there. And in 40 minutes, we'll start servicing and push back for Moab. In this scene, we have a United Express Custom ERJ-145, which is heading out to Kansas City. And then we have a ERJ-170 in the background, heading out to Little Rock, Kansas, or Arkansas. Right below us, we have a United ERJ-175 with an awesome winglets, which will be doing nonstop service out to Haley. Then we have a United A320 in the Stars and Bars retro livery, which will be doing nonstop service out to Orange County, California. And taxiing, which you can just see the winglets, is Southwest 737-800, which will be doing, here, let me just show you, which will be doing nonstop service out to Dallas Love Field. Here's a Southwest 737-300, which is just about to take off after the American aircraft, and it will be doing nonstop service out to Omaha, Nebraska. Then a Delta A220, and do not tell me that's not realistic. I saw it on Flight Radar and I saw it in real life, so it's realistic. Anyway, it will be heading out to Atlanta. In the very back here, we have a JetBlue A320 in the high-rise livery, which is just getting its gear up, and it'll be having nonstop service out to Starting off Terminal B, we have a United 737-800, which will be doing nonstop service out to Las Vegas, and then the 900 behind it in the Eco Skies livery, which will be heading out to Houston. And then in the far background over here, we have a United 757-200, which will be heading out to Chicago, full flight. Getting serviced, we have a United 777-200 with nonstop service out to Honolulu. Then a 787-10 for United, which will be doing service out to Newark. We have a United 737 MAX 9 out to LAX. This is operating a ferry route because it's currently out of service if you didn't know already. Then we have a United ERJ-175, which will be heading out to Colorado Springs. Fun place to visit. And right here we have a United 737-700, which will be doing nonstop service out to Vail. And then getting service behind it is United 737 MAX 9, doing a ferry flight out to Los Angeles. Or if I said Los Angeles on the other one, then this is LAX. But the last aircraft of Terminal B is the United A320, which is doing nonstop service out to Bozeman, Montana. Starting off Terminal C, we have Southwest 737-800, which is doing nonstop service out to Los Angeles. Then the 737 behind it, pushing back, will be doing nonstop service out to St. Louis. And then in the very back behind it is a Southwest 737 MAX 8, which is doing a ferry flight out to Houston. Here we have my two Alaskas. In the front, we have an Alaska A320 heading out to Seattle. Then behind it is a 737-900, More to Love, also heading out to Seattle. Right in front of us, we have a Southwest 737-800 heading out to San Jose de Cabo. Then right in front, or in the back here, is a MAX 8 doing a ferry flight out to New Orleans. Right here we have our two Spirits. That ought to lift up your spirit. A Spirit A321 in the rainbow livery out to Las Vegas. Then a banana livery A320 out to Baltimore. Also DM me on Instagram, Discord, whatever you feel, YouTube, if you have an A321 for sale. So yeah. Over here in our little corner block off thing, I guess, is a Volaris A321 waiting for a gate to open up. And then it will be heading out to Guadalajara. Then a WestJet 737-MAX 8, which just got permission to do a ferry flight out to Calgary. Then a UPS 747-400, which is basically, just sitting here. Then a U.S. Air Force C-17 Globemaster will be doing nonstop service out to San Diego Air Force Base. And then in the very corner is that Southwest 737-300 Arizona 1 livery, doing nonstop service out to Omaha. Taking off from runway 35 right, is a Delta ERJ-170 doing nonstop service out to Salt Lake City. See a good view. Here we have a Southwest 737-700, which is doing nonstop service out to San Diego, and this is in the Battleborn livery. It would be awesome to fly on this. Right here we have a Southwest 737-700 in the Triple Crown 1 livery, which is doing nonstop service out to New York LaGuardia. Lastly, I would like to thank everybody so much for 1,000 subscribers. That was a huge milestone that I finally accomplished. With the help of many YouTubers supporting my channel and all of the awesome airports I've built in the past got me this far, and I'd like to thank all of you guys. Also, I have no plans of quitting YouTube. If it seems like I was taking a break, I actually didn't even mean to. I was just kept forgetting to upload a video, even after I record it. But anyway, news. We have the new United livery, which Geminijets did a post that I'll show later of the new, that they will be releasing some models for it. And yeah, also I'll be doing a trip to Grand Junction for an air show. I'm doing my best to convince my parents to let me fly, and they're pretty much on board, so there should be a trip report for that on a small United aircraft. Maybe by then we might get a new livery, which would be lit, but that's just getting my hopes up. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified when I have new awesome updates like this, and many new models are coming in the future. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys, if you could, drop a like on that video, on this video. It really helps me out. It gives me moral support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.